Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is currently 12:15 in the afternoon. I know what you're thinking, why are we starting so late? The easiest way to explain it is we had a series of unfortunate events all lined up, starting with last night, okay? Meaning technically this morning. So at work we have this rule, right? You don't want to say the B word, meaning broken down, right? So we have this new guy, he said it and he jinxed everybody. At 3:45, one of the trucks broke down 2 hours away from the shop, from the yard, okay? And it wasn't something that the drivers could fix. We had 2 tire blowouts on the same car, and what else did we have? There was something else, right? So there are 2 options. We could either call a tow truck, or we could go out there and change it ourselves, right? But we didn't know the extent of the situation, and we could only find 1 tire with a rim on it, because the mechanics just, slacking, So I was like, okay, worst case scenario, we go out there, we give him a spare truck, we wait for the tow truck, and there's that, That would be the easiest scenario per se, but it might also be one of the longest. As opposed to us going out there, swapping the tires out, keep them going, right? The problem was we only had 1 tire and they needed 2 tires. So I was like, okay, let's just call the tow truck now, because it's gonna take a while to get there. So that's what we did. Needless to say, I did not get home until 9 a.m. It was one of those days where being salaried kind of sucked, but I think most of the time it balances itself out. So I'm not really too mad about it. But I knew that it was gonna, put a dent in my plans to dash today. I'm sorry for the glare. Hopefully you guys can see and hear me okay. So yeah. So I didn't get home until like 9, and I hadn't even finished editing the video because I didn't have time last night. So I was like, okay, well, let me do that. So I finished editing the video. I went to sleep. I woke up and it was like 11:30, and I was like, man, it sucks. But at the same time, I was like, I need to go out there and at least salvage the day. I feel good. I'm rested. I don't even feel tired, to be honest, because I got plenty of sleep when I was riding back with the tow truck guy. But anyways, that's a long-winded way of saying we're starting late. It's gonna be a rough day. But on the bright side, though, we do have our first order of the day here from Senor Ramon's Taqueria, showing a 14.25 payout. I think it's going like 8 miles, something like that. I think it's staying at 14.25, to be honest, but I'm doing it because of the high cash flow and the fact that my shifts are all messed up. Like I could only find a shift from 12 to 12:30 and then 2 p.m. until like 11 p.m. So I'm hoping that after doing this one, we can just dash now. But at least this way, we'll at least have almost $15 in the books. And you know how I know it's a rough day? So I went into Willard's asking for the order, and they looked at me like I was crazy, and then I realized, oh wait, I'm in the wrong restaurant. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I think it's gonna be a great day. I think realistically, we're not gonna hit the goal. I've already come to terms with that, but it doesn't mean that we're not gonna try to get as close to it as possible. Now, if we finish at 5,000, I'd be happy with that. If we finish at 4,800, I'd be pretty happy with that, to be honest. But we'll see. Right now it's 12:15. Well, not 12:15. I'm sorry, like 12:18. And we have about a 12-minute drive, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we could do it dropped off. It was just 14:25 like I was expecting it to be. Currently 12:29. Technically my shift ends in 1 minute. Hoping to get something, but I'm just getting a bunch of low or no tip offers, so that kind of sucks. But I'm pretty confident that it should let me dash now. I'm hoping, I think. But at least we made 14:25. So could always be worse. Right? Could always be worse. So you see, yep, I can dash now again, so should be no problem. What is it? Hold on, what is this? Dash now. What is this? What? You keep saying it's gonna change my location, but I'm already in my zone. What are you talking about? Change my location. Okay. Weird. I'm gonna hit yes, see what's up. Okay. Okay. So I can't dash all the way through. So basically, I can only dash till 1:30, but then my second shift starts at 2, so it's not that bad. So we got another shift here from 12:30 to 1:30, and then 2 to 11, and hopefully by the end of the day, we're gonna be sitting here saying, "Yo, we made $300, let's go!" But I don't think that's gonna happen. So anyways, we'll see how long it takes to get another order, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next order here from a restaurant that I don't think I've ever been to for DoorDash. Japanese hibachi, I think is what it's called. I've been here many times to have dinner when I'm at work, but never to actually pick up a DoorDash. Now, 6:25, I think it's going like 2.5 miles, if that. So right now, I'm basically already in Dash saving mode. We're started super late, you know, we're behind the 8-ball. It's one of those days, you know, where things just happen. I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, I think I'm a pretty positive person, so I'm pretty confident that we're going to make the best of it, like always. So as long as the orders are there, you know, we'll be fine. We're only about 5 minutes away, so we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we got the order from the hibachi place dropped off. It became 7:25, so now we're sitting at 21 and some change, I think. And then, as I was almost back at the town center, we get this order here from Bar Taco, showing, I think, 675, like 2-point-something miles. So, you know, that's not a bad order. It could have something on top, it might not. But worst case scenario, it's 675, and I'm pretty confident the food is gonna be ready. Well, I gotta slow down here because they just put a new red light camera on one of these things, and don't want to get a ticket, you know. So, anyways, hopefully the food is ready. I feel really good today, guys. How are you guys doing? How is your market? You know, I think I saw Pedro make a video talking about DoorDash is gonna lower the base pay. So I watched it, but I'm not entirely sure where he got that from. I don't know if he just said it or maybe that's what he thinks. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't happen. I don't think it will. But if it does happen, that just means you're gonna be even more selective with the orders that you take. You know, so I don't know. Hopefully he's wrong because I haven't seen anything to support it. But at the same time, people are out here taking $3 orders, so why not take a $1 order? You know. But I'm really thinking if that were to happen, I think drivers would be like, yeah, $1. No, it's not worth it. But then that's what I think now. But somehow people are getting these orders delivered. So who knows? Who knows? Anyways, let me get this picked up and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, we got the order from Bar Taco picked up. It was ready. Now we're only 1.7 miles away, or 5 minutes, which is nothing. I wish all my orders were this close, you know. But yeah, so hopefully you guys liked yesterday's video. A little bit long. I don't know why my videos have become so long. I know most people enjoy them, but at the same time, I know it turns a lot of people off. Because realistically, when I see a video that's like 40 minutes long, I'm like, man, do I really want to watch that? You know, so I'm trying to like find like a little, you know, mix of the two, I guess. Like maybe make it more than 20, but less than 40. You know, we'll see. But at the same time, it is also nice, you know, when I see that, hey, you know, I put it in the background, and we're basically doing DoorDash together, which is true, you know. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Long videos, short videos, something in the middle. It doesn't matter. You watch anyways. Let me know. I think yesterday's video, meaning today, the one that's dropping today on Friday, I think I'm dropping it at 5 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Because, well, again, we didn't edit the video till later. It took forever to upload because for whatever reason my upload speed in my house is garbage. Download speed is fast, but the upload, I'm telling you, man, Cox Communications sucks. I really wish I could have Verizon so I could, you know, put it with my phone, but where I live, they have like a 10-year contract with Cox. And if you guys have Cox or have heard about Cox, they're just not the greatest, to be honest. So I actually, when I got on the road, I'm just uploading the video with my hotspot on my tablet because it's actually faster than my speed at home, which is so sad. Anyways, let me get this dropped off and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off. The guy was actually waiting for me outside the lobby of the hotel. Now we're sitting at 28.25, not too bad. And I also want to give a quick shout out to all the ladies that responded in the comments that were, you know, talking about the whole thing with Amy and whatnot. I have not been back to BGR, you know, but at least, you know, I think we got a pretty good response. I was thinking, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that a lot of them were gonna be like, oh no, you should have made the first move and this and that. But I think the consensus was that we're on the clock, we're making that money, and realistically, Amy should have done a little bit more. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's 1:05 right now. We're not really getting anything at the moment, but that's okay. Starting at an off time always throws me off. So I feel like if anything, I'm hoping that it'll be somewhat consistent, somewhat busy. Crumbl cookies, one item, 3.7 miles, $7. Now, the thing with Crumbl cookies, every time I go there, they're always packed. Now, I personally have never had a Crumbl cookie, so I'm assuming they must be like really good, or what are they putting in these cookies? I'm gonna go ahead and do it just for the sake of being active. Let me take a screenshot here real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about. Plus, most of the miles are from me to the Crumbl cookies to begin with. So, anyways, hopefully the cookies are ready. I mean, the few times that I've been there, actually the first time I went there, everything was cool. The second time I went there, they were doing some like promotion, and there were like 1,000 people there, and it was just not cool. But hopefully they don't have that going on right now. So we'll see you guys in a few. Alrighty, guys. So we got the cookies picked up, and they actually gave me a free cookie. She was like, "You get a free cookie because you're a Dasher," and I was like, "They didn't do that the first time I was here, but maybe they were just opening." So I'm gonna share it with you guys. I picked out the brownie one. They were recommending the peanut butter one, but peanut butter for me can be really overpowering if I have it just on its own. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go with this brownie one. It looks really good. So we're gonna save it for later, mainly because I need some water, just in case to wash it down. I haven't filled out my water thing yet. I haven't really had any downtime yet. So knock on wood, it doesn't happen. I do have some Gatorade, but I don't think you want to wash down brownies with Gatorade. So definitely gonna have to stop and get my water at some point. We're only 6 minutes away here from the drop off. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the cookies dropped off, and to my surprise, we had an 11.25 payout. I was like, what? From 7 to 11.25? That's crazy. But hey, you know, we'll take it. Now it's 1:27, and this dash is gonna end in 3 minutes. I'm really hoping that I can either get back online right away, or we can get an order that's gonna carry us until about 1:45 or so, which would be awesome. But so far, it's not looking likely. We are sitting basically almost at $40, $39.50. Not too bad, not too bad. Sorry for that annoying glare. There it is. I can stop it and there it is. All right. Anyways, whew, I feel really good today. I don't know why, man. I had a little bit of the cookie. I definitely need water. Like, if I want to eat any more of this cookie, I need water. Because right now I feel like I'm like, water. Like, I feel like my throat's like slowly drying up, like a Sahara or something. Anyways, we'll see you guys for the next order. Alrighty, guys, so we could not get any more orders in that one shift. Shift ended. Luckily, though, I was able to dash right away, so we basically didn't have any gaps, which is always the goal. And then we got this order right here from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We just picked it up, like 6:25. I think it's going like 2 miles, if that. And most of those miles are because they sent me the order when I was like in a awkward spot, like, you know. So it wasn't easy for me just to make a U-turn, so I had to kind of go around. But it's all good. We got the food picked up. Now we should be there in like 2 or 3 minutes. So after this, we'll be basically in the mid-40s. I'm thinking, yeah, almost $50. Let's go. Alrighty, guys. If you've been following the channel for a little bit, you've probably heard me talk about this place called Chef. Now, Chef is one of those like ready-to-eat meals type of things that, you know, DoorDash, I guess they use DoorDash to dispatch the deliveries, right? Now, most of their orders are always garbage. I'm talking like the miles suck, you know, the pay is usually bad. This one is okay. I'm taking it one for the experience, so I can finally say that I've done one. But it's showing a $15.75 payout, I think, for like 12 miles, which is a lot when you really think about it. A couple of items. Now, Paris says it's gonna be $15.75. I'm assuming it's gonna stay at that anyways. But like I said, I'm doing it, one, for the cash flow, and two, because I've never done one before. And I'm really curious about the process. Now, usually in the past, they used to be like in a little van in the parking lot, so super sketch, right? Now, I think they have an actual like little building with a little sign that says Chef on it, because I've seen it from the road. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. I know that I'm gonna be probably losing a little bit of money and hopefully not a whole lot of time. If you look at the GPS, it's just going straight down the entire time for the most part. And it is taking me out of my zone, but I don't think I'm gonna be out for too long. And I feel like what's a better time than a 1:50 in the afternoon? I'm pretty sure at 2 o'clock it's gonna slow down. So at least this way we're gonna at least have $15.75 in the books. Hopefully it all works out, and I'm assuming the food is ready. If the food isn't ready, then I'm definitely gonna sign in, because I'm not gonna spend more time on this than when I want to. So we'll see. Anyways, hopefully it all works out, and then we'll see you guys at Chef. Alrighty, guys, I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, a little dusting in the car, but that's a little Chef building. Super simple. I walked in, there was a guy with like a little clipboard, and he was just double checking everything. Little tiny bag, 6 items. And I guess he said the customer gets to keep the bag. I mean, I don't think that I would want the bag. It's a nice bag, don't get me wrong, but I've never heard of this company or what. But from my understanding, it's like people make food at home and then I guess they sell it through them, if that makes sense. And that's basically how the whole thing goes. But yeah, so the payout isn't bad. I mean, it's not great. Let's be real. I'm doing this for the experience. It's paying $15.75 or whatever it was. So it's 24 minutes away. Sheesh, or 10.6 miles. So hopefully the drop off is smooth and we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we're still making our way here to do the chef drop off, and I got an email from DoorDash. But every time I see DoorDash come on my email thing, I kind of get scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm either thinking deactivation or contract violation or a random promo. But this one was actually a great email. They're extending the 10% cashback through August 31st. I'm not kidding. I've made a lot of money through this cashback thing. Because for one, the Wawa next to my work, any purchase that qualifies is 10% back. So we go there a lot. And on top of that, if I use their app, I can pair the two and even get more savings. So I think it's a great time. If you don't have the Dash Direct card, and if you dash a lot, I think you should. Maybe you dash sometimes, maybe you don't really need it. But I think it's a great card. I mean, even before this, you would get 2% back. 2% back on any gas purchase. Now it's 10%, which is awesome. And redeeming it is so fast. You just literally move your line across the screen and then bam, redeemed. Just like that, you know? But if you're interested in more info, I do have a video on the Dash Direct. You guys can check it out. I'll probably put the link in the description just so that you guys can check it out if you want to. But anyways, yeah, so that's cool. You know, I saw that come in and I was like, man, that's awesome, because it was ending tomorrow. It was going to be till April 30th, and now it's going to go through August 31st, which is crazy. So yeah, definitely recommend the card. If you don't have one, you get paid right away, like instantly. As soon as you finish your dash, the money's there. And if you need to get the money out, any CVS ATM is free. So I'm pretty sure there's a CVS around every corner, in that country. So anyways, we still have a 20-minute drive or 9 miles to the drop-off. Hopefully it's smooth. And they had a lot of orders. I should have asked the guy more questions, but I think he was kind of busy, and at the same time, I was just like, whatever, But they have a lot of orders. I mean, I'm sure they all get delivered, because the pay is like almost French. Like the pay is usually like, 20 miles, $21, But it's the problem is that for whatever reason, all the chef customers are not in my area. Like almost every single order that I've ever gotten or been offered is always going out of my zone. So there's that. But anyways, let me get this dropped off and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we just got the dropped off from Chef. It was handed to me, no problem. She came to the door and they had a $9.75 base pay and the rest was all tip. So maybe the customers don't realize where the food is coming from. So maybe that's why they're not tipping, or I don't know what the app is suggesting. I don't know. But now we're sitting at $61.50 for the entire dash, currently $2.20. And now we have a drive back to my area. But actually, it's not that bad, because I'm actually close to like one of the major roads here. So it shouldn't take me that long, maybe like 12, 13 minutes actually. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, after dropping off the order from Chef, we made it back to the town center around 2:35, maybe 2:40 the latest. And it's dead. So I am so glad that we took the order from Chef as a nice little experiment. It's 3:05 and we have our next order here. We just accepted. We're gonna go pick it up from Five Guys, showing $7. I think almost 4 miles, but again, 2 to 3 hour garbage. So I'm so happy that we have an order now. So after this, man, I'm sorry I got sleepy. After this, we should be almost at $70, give or take. So not too bad, not too bad. And I forgot to mention, so the draft was yesterday, and I'm pretty happy with how it went. We honestly didn't really need a whole lot of like major pieces, because we already have a quarterback, we already got running backs. So we ended up getting another like decent wide receiver, and before that we traded a pick to the Saints. So I think overall I'm pretty happy with how it went. What I'm not happy about is that the Eagles got an A.J. Brown for basically nothing. I don't know what's up with the Titans. I guess they couldn't afford to pay him. But to let him go for that, man, that's a shame. Because A.J. Brown is really good. So that's going to suck playing against him. But everybody else, Cowboys, don't really make anything. Let me not even get started about the Giants, okay? The Giants definitely, they made the right moves. They definitely need a better O-line. But, everybody knows Daniel Jones is just not it, So I think after this year, they're going to move on or either make moves, unless he has like a great year, which It's just not gonna happen. So anyways, let me get this picked up and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the food picked up here from Five Guys. The food was ready. Now we have a 7-minute drive to the drop off. And I was thinking about the orders from Chef. They're like the perfect 2 to 5 orders, you know, because that's typically the slowest time. So if I can get some decent ones in that time period, I would definitely do them because the food is ready. So it's just travel time, you know. Imagine if they would have batched them up like they do like Walmart orders. If they did a really good job of that and they said they gave you like 7 or 8 and they paid you out like $100 or whatever for like 60 or 50 miles, I would do that, you know. But I don't know why they don't do that. So it is what it is, I guess. But at least we can say we did it. So now I know the process. Pretty simple. It's not as sketchy as it used to be. Before it was out of a van. Now it's out of an actual like office building or whatever. So overall, I would do it again, but only if the miles make more sense. Again, 2 to 5 order, maybe more like 2 to 4. Because if you put it into the 5 hour, you might get stuck in like, you know, rush hour traffic and whatnot. But overall, I would do it again if the miles made more sense, or if it paid more, you know. But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. Now we're sitting at 69.75 and it's just really slow. It's just the slow times right now between 2 and 5. It's a nice day, it's Friday, people are going out, getting ready to go out with their friends, having a late lunch, I don't know. But for us here in the gig economy, 2 to 5 is rough. So I'm really hoping you know, it gets better. We still got plenty of time. I'm not sure how late I'm gonna dash until today, but I'm planning to go at least till 10. I really want to do at least $200. I know that seems kind of far-fetched considering we're not even near $100 yet, you know. But you know what? I got a little bit of faith. You know, I think it's gonna turn around, and hopefully I'm right. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, as we were pulling back to the town center, I got this order here from PokeHub, $7, I think 3.5 miles. I'm taking it because again, it's really slow at the moment, so that makes plenty of sense. It's a good order, the food was ready. So right now it's all about staying busy. So hopefully we can keep going. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, after dropping off the order from PokeHub, we got this order right here from Tiki Thai. I think it's $6.75, like 3.5 miles. Basically not the greatest order, but hey, it'll keep us active, it'll keep us busy. It's exactly what I want to do. So I think after this we're gonna be like in the mid 80s, which honestly isn't that bad. I'm hoping that we could be at 100 by 5. It's only 4:04, so I think we can definitely do that, hopefully. That way we're basically crossing what I consider to be the biggest hurdle every single day, which is hitting $100. So anyways, let me get this dropped off and we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off from Tiki Thai. It stayed at $6.75. Now we're sitting at $83.50 for the entire dash. Not too bad. Currently $4.15, so I'm hoping to be at $100 by 5 p.m. And then as I was driving over here, I saw Gig Lebowski drop this new video talking about his cancer update, and I'm so happy to report that, you know, he's fine. But if you haven't seen the video, check it out, because he talks about more stuff other than just that. If you haven't subscribed to him, or you don't know or you haven't even heard of him, check him out. He's a really good dude, and if anything, one of his videos he shared, he chose not to edit out, you know, a part of his video when he's just having a really rough day. And I respect him so much for doing that, because those, you know, everybody has those moments. I would say almost every single day. And you know, there are those days that, you know, really do test us, because, you know, we gotta be mentally tough to be out here. You know, you're thinking, hey man, we're gonna have a great day, I'm ready to work, and next thing you know, it's just dead. And you're just like, what the heck, you know, like, why am I even out here, kind of thing. So I respect him so much for sharing that, because I feel like not everybody shows you that perspective of, like, you know, some days I'm just not feeling it. Some days they're just not going well, you know. And even myself, I try to be a pretty positive person, but for the most part, you know, there's days where 2 to 5 sucks, you know, and I do my best to put a spin on it and, you know, make it not sound as, you know, boring or whatever. But some days, you know, I just don't even want to be out here. And I think that's a very real and very, like, you know, raw feeling, you know. So if anything, I'm probably just not explaining it well. But when I saw his video and I saw that he left that in there, I was like, wow, that's such a, like, a real moment, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that we fake anything, but I'm just saying that's something that everyone can relate to. When you're just sitting in the car and the orders you're getting are garbage and you're getting more garbage, and it's just like, what the heck is going on? Why am I even out here? Why is it so slow, you know? But anyways, enough rambling. Hopefully you guys kind of got the gist of what I was trying to say. But the bottom line is, if you haven't subscribed to Gig Lebowski, go check him out, or at least, you know, watch some of his videos, see if you like the content. I think you would if you like my content. It's kind of, you know, pretty similar. But anyways, let me get back to the town center, and hopefully we'll get another order soon, because this entire time I haven't heard a single peep from my phone. When as I say that, we get one and it's garbage. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so we were just chilling in the town center, and I was like, man, we're not getting anything. Then we got this order right here from Chipotle, $6 payout, less than what, like 700 feet or whatever it said. It's literally going like across the street. I'm pretty sure it's going to the T-Mobile, if I'm not mistaken, because they always ask. This guy used to order all the time, and I've noticed he tips more now. So I feel like before he was always waiting for his food. Maybe somebody told him, yo, you gotta tip more. So anyways, we're 10 seconds away. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we're back on the road. Literally like the quickest delivery, maybe 4 minutes tops from getting it to dropping it off. And it was not going to the T-Mobile store, it was going to the Cava. And it was so funny because all the guys' co-workers, they weren't like mad. They were like, oh man, you should have said something like, I wanted some Chipotle too, you know? And I was like, well, you can order through the app, you know? So I thought that was pretty funny. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take this order right here because of the cash flow and the fact that it's so stinking slow. From Potbelly, 6 items, 5.1 miles, showing a 10.25 payout. I think it's gonna be a little bit more. According to Para, it's gonna be like almost 12 bucks. And it looks like a lot of miles, but to be honest, it's actually pretty much a straight shot. The biggest issue here is gonna be if the food is ready, but I'm pretty sure the food is ready. So we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, so the food was ready here from Potbelly. Now we have an 11-minute drive. We're gonna finish this around 4:58, and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be over the $100 threshold after this. So yeah, definitely been a slower than usual Friday, I think. But hey, you know, we're making it work like always. Hopefully we can do at least 200. I know that we're not gonna reach the goal of 5,050, which is disappointing. But at the same time, I know that I did everything I could, you know, considering everything that's happened in the last few days, you know, with my other job and whatnot. So it's all good. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. Man, this lady had the biggest dog. I mean, beautiful dog. I don't know what kind of dog it was, but I don't know, like a Malamute or something. I don't know. Huge dog, beautiful. Now we're sitting at $100 with, I think, like 84 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Or, you know, $100 and some change, which is all that matters. We broke the $100 mark. It's 5 o'clock on the dot. Now we have a 15-minute drive back to the town center, but maybe like a 7-minute drive back to my zone. So hopefully we'll get something else, and hopefully we can do 200 by 10 p.m. Let's go. Alrighty guys, I'm officially concerned. It's super slow. So we drove all the way back, past a bunch of restaurants, nothing. Right? I stopped by Santini's because I wanted to use the bathroom, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting kind of sleepy. So I picked up a NOS from Santini's, even though it's probably overpriced. And then I got this order here from Willer's Barbecue. I think it was showing $8.75, but according to Para, it's gonna be like $9.25. I'm like, you know what? $9.25 right now sounds great. So we jumped on that right away. The food is ready. 5 miles though, 5 miles. It's only a 12-minute drive, so hopefully after this we can keep it going, because man, today it's really slow. So maybe because rent is due tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe people are not spending a whole lot today. But yeah, so anyways, let me get this dropped off, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. It became $9.25 like we were expecting. And then right away we got this order from a restaurant that I don't think I've ever been to before. I don't even know how to say the name, but it's on the screen. 10 items, 13.9 miles, a $22.50 payout. But according to Para, it's gonna be almost $33. So we jumped on it right away. It's actually going way back in the area that I live in, so definitely going out of my zone. But you know, it is what it is kind of thing, you know? Even if it takes me a whole hour, that's gonna be 30 bucks plus an hour. So hopefully it doesn't take us an hour, hopefully it takes us less, but there's a lot of traffic right now. It is 5:45 on a Friday, so yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we got the food picked up, and yeah, I don't remember ever being at this place before, but it looks like it's been remodeled, except for the sign outside. Like the sign above the store, super faded. The inside, super nice. So I don't know if maybe they weren't on DoorDash before, I just never got orders from them or what, but they're definitely pumping out the orders. Like there were at least 3 or 4 of the drivers that were, you know, coming and leaving as I was arriving. You know, and my food was ready also, so now we're back on the road. We have a 19-minute drive. We're gonna be there by 6:20, and by the time I get back to my zone, it might be like 6:35. You know, it all depends. And the best part about it is that according to Para, we're gonna be like 33 or 34 more dollars richer. So it's a win-win. I'm excited. Hopefully there's no traffic, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, ended up being $32.61. So now we're sitting at $142 with, let me see, 70 cents. Not too bad, not too bad. Being $6.25. Now we do have like a 20-minute drive back here to the town center. So hopefully we get something along the way, but even if we don't, I'm pretty happy with, you know, being at 142 bucks considering how slow it's been earlier today. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we finally made it back into our zone, and then right away we got this order here from Willard's Barbecue. I'm pretty sure it's a banger. I saw the pair prediction come in before I even saw the offer, so I don't know what was up with that. But it's showing a $9.25 payout, 5 items, but according to Para, it's gonna be $25 or just shy of it. So we jumped on that right away. The food should be ready because Willard's is pretty fast. And this is exactly what we needed, another banger. So we'll see you guys, we're back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order picked up, it was ready, huge. It's just a box, they just gave me like a big box of food. We're only 8 minutes away, and I'm really hoping that Para is correct, but I'm pretty sure they are. 25 bucks, exactly what we needed to get this, you know, shift back on its feet. It's currently 6:53. We'll see you guys at the drop-off. Alrighty guys, we got the food dropped off. Now we're sitting at 167.61. Hopefully we get more bangers so we can get to 200 just like that. Currently 7 o'clock, let's go. Alrighty guys, so we just dropped off our latest order here from Silver Niner that it was showing 625. It became 675. I couldn't record the beginning part because one of my boys called me and said, hey man, today we have to go out. We have to show support to our friend. I'm like, who? His cousin is a DJ, right? So it's his first time DJing in this club. So he's like, we have to come out, we gotta go support him. You know, we need to make sure that he gets a crowd going and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay, so like, what's the plan? What's the move? You know? And then he said, hey, well, let's meet up at my house at 9:30. Then we can go, then we can ride with him so we don't have to pay the cover charge. And I'm like, why is there a cover charge? You know, because most places don't have a cover charge. I've never been to this place before. It's called Greenhouse. So anyone that's, you know, in my area somewhat, have you guys been there? I mean, I think it's gonna be my first time going to Greenhouse tonight. So I told him, okay, cool, man, sounds good. You know, we can definitely go show some love for him, support him and whatnot. Especially if I'm gonna get in for free, because I don't want to pay, you know. So I told him, okay, cool. I'll dash till about 8 o'clock. I'll get home. I'll get changed. Probably gonna take a shower because this is not going out clothing, you know. So that's basically what's gonna happen. So I made the executive decision of ending the dash early since we're nowhere near the goal anyways. It's currently 7:30, so I'm hoping to do one more order, maybe 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it a night and hopefully have a good time. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so plot twist, right? 7:30 hit and I was like, okay, let me just end my dash, let's go home, it's slow. And then when I went to end my dash, I saw that it said that peak pay plus $2 from 7:30 until 9:30. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't end my dash and I wanted to see what was given to me. We got this order right here from from North Italia and Chipotle. Stack offer showing $17.25, I think, for like 3 miles. So we jumped on it right away. The food was ready. So I'm like, man, peak pay right now. Peak pay at this time is gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna be extremely busy, and that's why they're doing it, or it's gonna bring out every single dasher that wasn't already dashing, and it's gonna make it extremely slow. So we're gonna get these 2 dropped off. I'm gonna still be online. I'm gonna drive home. If we get another banger or another good order, I'll do it, you know. But I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think a lot of people are gonna see, oh wow, DoorDash is doing peak pay and it's not raining, it's not falling cats and dogs out of the sky. Like, what's going on? It's not snowing. Why is there peak pay? You know, I think it's gonna bring out everybody that wasn't online just to get on, and then no one's gonna be busy. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Regardless, I'm happy that we got this order right here, $17.25 at least. You know, basically guaranteed, which is awesome. So hopefully it's more, but even if it's not, hey, that's gonna put us almost at $200. So regardless, I think we're gonna hopefully hit 200 bucks, hopefully have a good time tonight, and hopefully not spend a whole lot of money while we're doing it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got both orders dropped off. Now we're sitting at $194 with 11 cents. Hey, not too bad. Currently $7.55. So yeah, so the plan is to start driving home, and if we get something that's good, we'll do it. If not, we'll just go ahead and call it a day. I'm pretty confident that we'll get something along the way. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so we were about to pass the town center, right? So basically heading home, we get this order here from Fintai showing $8.50. for the payout, a bunch of items. I'm like, ooh, okay, $850, so it's really $650. So we can do that. And then the prayer prediction came in saying it's gonna be like $17. I'm like, okay, perfect. So we can end with a bang. Before getting that, DoorDash was really trying to be slick. Like I wasn't gonna notice we have a $2 peak pay. They're sending me a bunch of 775s, which really is a 575. Then they even send me a 575, which means it's really a 375. They try to send me a bunch of either low tip or no tip offers, probably thinking maybe they won't notice that we have peak pay. But I noticed, you know. Anyways, we got the food picked up here from Fintai, currently 8:18. So we're only 4 minutes away, and I'm pretty sure after this we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. And the best part about it is we're gonna be over $200, and it's not even that late. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, although a bit of a hassle. So I get to the house, right, and it's handed to me. So I knock on the door, ring the doorbell. This guy comes out and he's like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, I have an order for so-and-so. And I show him the address, and he's like, well, that's my address, but that person doesn't live here. And I was like, okay, well, do you happen to know, like, your neighbors, you know? And I feel like most people nowadays don't really know their neighbors, you know? Perhaps not as much as they used to, like in the 90s or 80s, maybe even early 2000s, right? I mean, I'm guilty of that. I don't know any of my neighbors. Actually, I do know one, but the rest, I don't know them. But anyways, he was like, oh, well, I think she lives down the street, like 2 houses down. I'm like, okay. So I tried calling her, and the phone is disconnected. It literally says, the phone you were trying to call cannot be reached or whatever. I'm like, oh, come on. So he said it was 2 houses down, right? So I'm driving really slow, and there's like these like little girls in the driveway standing by the top of the driveway. So I'm like, hey, are you waiting for so-and-so? And they're like, yeah, she told us to come outside. I'm like, oh, okay, well, can you just let her know that she put the wrong address on the app, just so she knows for next time? And they were like, oh, okay. So we gave them the food, and now we're sitting at $211 with 31 cents, and it's currently, what, 8:27? So not too bad, actually. We're making our way here towards my house, but I'm gonna pass the town center. If we get something along the way again, we'll do it. I already texted my friend. I was like, hey man, I might be running a little bit behind, you know? So we're covered on that ground. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, we're already past that $200 threshold, which is, I think, pretty good, considering we basically started at noon, and we had a couple of times when it was really, really slow. But overall, a pretty successful day. Not a $401 type of day or whatever it was I needed to, you know, be on track, but it is what it is. We'll see you guys hopefully on the next order. Alrighty guys, so we didn't get any more orders after the last one, right? And plot twist, I'm almost home, right? And then my friend texts me saying, yo, my bad, it's actually next week when he's DJing or whatever. At this point, I'm almost home. There's no point in going back. So I said, hey man, it's all good. And he said, hey buddy, you still want to go out? We can. So I was like, hey man, come pick me up later. So we're gonna go out, just, you know, probably have a couple of drinks, nothing crazy. But overall, we had a really good day. We're gonna finish at $211 with 31 cents, I think it was. And then for the entire week, we're actually doing pretty well. I think we're sitting at like $945 with 64 cents. And we'll still got tomorrow and Sunday. So we're gonna finish strong for sure. We might have not hit the goal, but we're still gonna finish strong. So thank you guys so much for coming along in today's dash. We'll see you guys next time.